Hi everybody, quick update on the Cafe Race fuel tank build. Well, as you can see, it's coming together. Well, it might not be your taste, might not be my taste, but you have to build, sometimes you have to build things which aren't necessarily your taste to fit the customer's requirements. Now, this has all been made on my, where is it? My hand underneath my hat there. This is one of the best tools I've ever bought years and years ago. It's a hand shearing machine. As long as the material that you're using for your job is kept on the left hand side, because it curls the steel, it cuts on the right hand side. Now, I just bang that in my vise, and I can't do a full cut because I put this stupid bloody thing with all my wood for my new roof above me, so I can't pull the handle down properly. Anyway, so this has all been made on my hand shearing machine, and as you saw on previous video, my new homemade bender and my CT312 TIG welder using CO2 gas. I haven't used the Mega tool for this, and these are all corner welds apart from when I put the neck on. Now, the guy bought this neck, so I drilled it, chain drilled it, filed it out so it fitted properly, bent this piece of steel and just had to open the back up slightly just to slide it in. As you can see, it takes in both curves there. Just enough neck sticking through to get the cap on with a nice bit of clearance. Take that off. I've already scratched it. There are pre-positioned nuts for the sight gauge, the sight fuel gauge. Now, as you can see in there, those corner welds are the easiest welds to do to get a full fusion weld. Now, if you don't know what I mean by a full fusion weld, if you can see there, that's the penetration coming through. Hold on, focus. Yeah. If you butt two bits of steel together, you do a weld, all the weld ends up being on the outside. You really need a bead of penetration through on the inside. So when you clean up your weld on the outside, you're cleaning off all that strength, you're left with the full fusion weld on the inside, so you still got some strength on the inside. A lot of people forget, and they butt their weld right up together. You really should leave a small gap, and as you're welding you can see a little keyhole where the two steels are melting. Then you add your filler wire and you're fusing the two pieces together, not just laying a bead of weld on the top. So all we've got left to do now is to make the two plates for the bottom, which I've left because I think I said on the previous video with my hand bending machine, I never quite know exactly what my bends are going to be like. So I shall measure these out, cut them, but I need to position in here the nut for the petcock. So I'll probably make these two pieces, weld this one in. This one's got to go away to Rory again so he can braze, focus in, braze the nut on for the petcock. Now let's have a little talk about brazing. Come on, right. Now you've got soft solder joints, which you do on when you're doing your electrical joints, and you can also silver solder these type of things on, but you really need oxyacetylene to get the heat up. So the soft solder joints, electrical solder joint is about the softest joint you can get. Then you move on to a silver solder joint, and then you move on again to a braze joint, which is I don't know if you can see that there. That's about as solid you can get without melting the parent materials together and actually welding. Because the trouble with these brass unions is they're a different thread, so you can't use a nut. And obviously you can't weld brass to steel, you have to braze it. You can do a full fusion weld brass to brass, but not with brazing, but not brass to steel. So that's just an update on the tank. It's nearly done. Now the trouble with the gas I'm using, because I'm not using argon, don't know if you can see just there, I'm getting an end weld crater, because I had to skip weld this so you don't get any distortion. So what I'll probably do is I'll just, come on, focus for me, I'll just put a little spot of weld on these and then clean them back, just to make sure that's all clean. But for a homemade job, I don't think that's too bad. Now the boys are going to have assured me they bought the 3-part sealant to go on the inside of the tank. So when it's all finished, they'll bung the etch in there, clean it out, bung the cleaner in, then the etch in, and then the sealer in. I'm going to try and get them to do a video of that for me so we can see that working, because when I bought the sealant, I never bought the etch stuff and that, and it was a big cock up. So with this clean steel, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, that's just I'll give you a video of it finished. Okay, remember, thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you like. I've got to try and remember to say that on every video. As you can see, the bench is getting tidier and tidier as all these jobs come in. Okay.